Hey everybody, my name is Assemblyman Brian Bergen from the 25th District. I'm here with the rock star new Assemblywoman from LD3, Beth Sawyer. The two of us are going to react right now to the 2022 State of the State by Governor Phil Murphy.
We're all frustrated by this pandemic. We're all tired of it getting in the way of everything we do. We're all ready to get on with our lives. And I am committed to seeing us get there.
Well, if he was truly committed to seeing us move on, he would stop extending the public health emergency. Matter of fact, when he was extending the public health emergency, he said that one of the things it did not mean was that there would be any new mandates. And about a week later, he instituted new mandates on our corrections officers and all of our healthcare workers. So he's clearly not ready to move on, no matter what he says.
I agree with that. When you're firing first responders that in 2020 they were considered heroes, they were showing up to work, they weren't vaccinated, they were putting their lives on the line for all of us, and now you're punishing them because they won't get the vaccination. I find that not only disappointing but very disturbing. We already have a staff shortage as it is, and he's taking out prison workers and first responders. How do you expect to open fully and move forward if you don't allow these heroes to keep their jobs?
That's right.
Science and reality tell us what we once called full vaccination is no longer that. A booster is not a bonus. It is a necessity.
Governor Murphy, we all know that vaccinated people can still spread the virus. So why are you pushing this booster?
The degree to which the governor's pushing the booster is bad. It really is. I know one person in particular who works in the healthcare environment, isn't a doctor, isn't a nurse, isn't directly connected to patients, but is being forced to get the booster or be fired because of Governor Murphy's policies, and his doctor's telling him he can't get the booster. It's not a medically sound decision because he had COVID, he had the vaccine, and he has too many antibodies. It's actually dangerous for him. But the governor is pushing this agenda to get everybody the booster. It's not safe for some people, Governor, and they shouldn't lose their job because of it.
While some states in our region lost population, New Jersey grew. Turns out the moving vans are driving into New Jersey.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I have to chuckle at that a little bit. As a real estate broker, I have to strongly disagree with our governor. I have helped more people, seniors, veterans, college students, parents move out of New Jersey than I have helped them move into New Jersey. Yes, Governor Murphy, they're moving in, but they're moving out probably 50 times faster.
Hey, I'm siding with the real estate broker on this one.
And banning super high caliber weapons which have no place in the woods for hunting, let alone on our streets.
When's the last time you saw somebody walking down the street with a 50 cal? This is an invented problem. It's not a problem, Governor. You are attacking the gun control issue completely wrong. You're focusing on things that don't move the needle. So stop assaulting people who are legal gun owners who happen to have a gun for a variety of different purposes. These are not the guns used in crime.
And then when you start saying things about people shouldn't be hunting in the woods, first of all, talk about animal control. They need to be out hunting for deer. I grew up in an area where we would close the schools down for the first day of doe and the first day of buck. And it was a blue-collar area where this is how a lot of people ended up feeding their families for the winter.
Governor Murphy's gun control agenda is not based in any kind of reality. It's complete insanity.
Small businesses are the backbone of our economy, and we're keeping that backbone strong.
I am a small business owner of 2 businesses. And I have to say, Governor Murphy, you have to take the credit for putting 1 out of 3 businesses out of business forever. During the pandemic, you should have focused your energy and your money on saving small businesses. If you look at the governor of South Dakota, who actually consulted a constitutional lawyer, she realized it was not within her right to deem which businesses were essential and which ones weren't. She took her funding and she focused on the people that were most in need and keeping her small businesses open. You failed us as a governor during this pandemic.
I do not begrudge anyone their success.
Yeah, right.
I do not begrudge anyone the realization of their American dream.
Yeah,
However, the price for having an unlimited upside cannot be an unlimited downside.
Governor Murphy and the entire Democratic state legislature, they think that a business owner is running around with piles of cash falling out of their pockets that's not the case, man. A lot of the money that we make in business gets reinvested in our business.
Absolutely.
Right? Which then it grows the business and the economy, creates jobs, creates sales tax. So punishing people who are making money, business owners in particular who are making money, it's not only bad for the economy, it's wrong.
School funding is property tax relief. Every single one of these dollars that we as a state have invested is a dollar kept in the pockets of property taxpayers.
It's just not true. So we are seeing in our districts schools that are losing funding. And the governor is putting some more money into funding the schools, but he is not fully funding the schools. You've raised the budget by $12 billion in 4 years. Where's the money going directly to taxpayers?
And account every dollar for dollar.
That's right.
We've expanded and protected voting rights.
What the governor did in relation to voting is absolutely terrible. I mean, he ran an election in the state of New Jersey where they mailed a ballot to every single person on the voter rolls, which we all know the voter rolls are fundamentally flawed right now. People were getting ballots that had changed their names, so they got ballots in the old name and ballots in their new name. People who were deceased were getting ballots to their house. And then most recently, the governor signed into law a bill that would not allow police to be at polling stations. So in the governor's attempt to expand voting rights, he's really doing a disservice to our system.
You all are sick and tired of the hyper-partisanship, the bickering, the inaction, the division, and the endless finger-pointing we see in Washington. Well, so am I.
You know what I'm sick and tired of?
What's that?
Him expanding his executive orders. People are tired of it, Governor. You have to let us be the voice for our constituents. They are tired of the mandates. They are tired of their kids being masked. They are tired of you forcing vaccinations that don't stop the spread of a virus. If you want to follow the science and you want to listen to the people, stop being a dictator.
The Republican Party is more than willing to work with the governor and the state legislature, but we have to be allowed at the table to make good policy that's good for our state, not one-sided progressivism. And if the Democrats learned anything in the last election, they should know that the population is tired of the far-left progressive policies they're doing. They should welcome us to the table. We got tons of ideas. We got Beth here with fresh new ideas. It's going to be awesome. Just let us there and we will show you the right path.
Yes, I mean, I was elected as the Assemblywoman. I want to show up and be able to do my job in person.
Amen.